Hey there. So I just got off an interview with the Aaron Cordovez. He's a member of ours that does about $75 million a year right now, with about $60 million of that on Amazon. He's one of the top 100 Amazon sellers in the entire world. And so he's got a quick message for you, going to share a few tips of how he's built this massive business. So let's go to Aaron. All right, Aaron, thanks for joining me here. So, would love if you just kind of give a little bit of background, like how where are you at today with this business? How'd you get started? What's been your journey getting here?
Yeah, so last so start had getting started. I got started, man, with you guys deciding that you're gonna show people the biggest sales channel in the entire history of mankind, reaching no joke, what pretty much I don't know, 80% of the United States
Yeah.
and whatever percentage of the entire planet with Amazon. So I started in 2015. That was Amazing Selling Machine 5, and that was probably the smartest thing. I have to just say thank you so much for being so persistent and insisting that people buy this freaking course and doing the videos and taking the time to do all that, because that was a huge turning point in my life in getting into a business model that worked. I'd have so many failed business opportunities before Amazon, and it's been just absolutely ridiculous. So to wrap up the question, you know, that was the beginning. And now, last year we did, it's over $75 million in sales, right? Primarily Amazon.
Yeah,
And that
that's
was,
awesome. Congratulations.
there you go.
Yeah, that's great. I actually didn't know that. I was kind of wondering coming on here. I was like, did Aaron start with ASM? Because I've kind of heard through the grapevine of where your business is at today, which is incredible. But I was like, that's pretty crazy. You started with ASM.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that, look, guys, I know we're not pitching ASM at this exact second, but the truth is getting connected to a channel and to some basic knowledge surrounding how to get started, it's has a crazy value. And if in fact, continuing, I met up and created masterminds or whatever with other members of ASM and did different business ventures and stuff. But it's like that connection is the biggest lottery ticket you could get. And
Mm.
yeah, not everybody's going to sell, whatever, 8 figures, but the percentage of people that are selling over $10 million is actually quite high if you compare it to any other metric of like lottery ticket winners, Vegas, like any other thing people spend stupid money on. The chances of here of making it big are actually quite high. I had done the math, and if you just stay on Amazon and don't quit, your
Yeah.
chances of selling over $10 million are like 0.15%,
Mm.
right? So
Yeah.
like out of whatever 1,000 people or something, one of them will do it. Whatever math, however that worked out. So that's amazing. That's like really good. Like, hello. So any of those haters, like, come on, like, stop it. The same people are gonna say, oh no, not everybody makes it. You're talking crap, and then they're gonna go on and spend $1,000 on lottery tickets. So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And so that 75 million you did, is that like almost all Amazon, like 80%? Like how does
yeah,
that work?
Amazon was around a little over 60 million. Amazon US.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so mostly. All right, so we've convinced Aaron to come speak at SellerCon. He's obviously crushing in his own business, does this stuff all day long. And so, Aaron, can you give like a little preview of what you're going to talk about at SellerCon here in June?
Yes. So the it's kind of like the next things after the basics. So
Hmm.
when you get established, right, picking a product is important. You need to be able to pick a product. That's like pretty much everybody knows that. If you go on YouTube, that's the number one most asked question, right? How do you pick a product? But if
Yeah.
you look at it, that's only, I don't know, 5% of the business. When you look at, okay, you've picked a product, like what are you gonna do to make that thing go forward? What are the actions that a person has to take to get it to hit, I don't know, the bestseller charts, to take the market? How do you get to the number one in a subcategory? Because we have, I don't know, we have, I think, over 10 bestsellers, right?
Oh
We have the
wow.
number one
That
bunch
are,
of
that are
stuff.
like that are like the number one in your category.
Number one, like number one, right?
Yeah.
So how do you get to number one? Like that's a skill that it's there's a lot of pieces to it, right? It's not just one sentence. You got to kind of dive into that, and I think we've done quite well. And again, I'm not like scared to share the brand. So our main brand is called Zulai Kitchen,
Yeah.
right? We also do software Samurai Seller. So one competitive edge that we have is being able to manage ads, manage profitability, manage all these things in a scale using software, using algorithms that are much more advanced than I'd be able to do myself. And
Mm-hmm.
so how do you take those steps? How do you getting to number one and getting to whatever, 100 million in sales? I haven't done 100 million in 1 year. That's our target for this year. We might make it, we might not, but we'll be freaking close. And over 2 years, definitely well over 100 million. So how do you become number one? How do you get to 100 million? If you want to, that's the thing,
Yeah, no, I love it. So that's what you're going to be talking about at SellerCon. Just like, just out of curiosity, like, what's like one thing that you see? Because I mean, you see a lot of Amazon sellers. I know you're very connected. Some that maybe do a few $100,000 a year, $1 million a year, that kind of thing. Like, what is one thing that you think you do differently than a lot of those people? Like, kind of a misconception about like really scaling on Amazon.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this actually, funny enough, actually comes from the first time I heard this concept was from Jason Katzenbach. Okay.
Oh, okay. My old business partner, for people who don't know.
Yeah. So you have to immediately hire people to do things
Yeah.
that you don't need to be doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So a person who's selling $1 million a year, $300,000 a year, every single shipment that's going into Amazon, they are creating it, right? Like they're making all the shipments into Amazon. They're doing, every single check of every bullet point, every main image. And again, main image, I think, is not something you should delegate. Even now, I still work on main images because that's a huge, huge driver. The main images is a humongous piece. But things you can outsource is making shipments to Amazon, okay? Handling customer service. I swear, like you talk to somebody who's doing, whatever, $500,000 a year, and they're answering every single customer service person. And you're like, listen, that is a job that you need to get off your plate so you can figure out what is your overall strategy to get to number one. What is your product development? Like, how are you going to be better, right? Nobody becomes a great seller without innovation. You need to be bringing your industry forward. And you're not going to be bringing your industry forward if you're spending 2 hours a day answering customers on their emails, plus making the shipments to Amazon, plus making orders, sending out every PayPal, sending out every wire transfer, sending out, doing payroll every single week. Like these tasks, you need to get them off of your plate. And then you need to use those hours not to, I don't know, say I'm now going to live on the beach and binge watch all day while I have my people do this. You need to then... What is your CEO hat? What is your job that you're going to do? Where's your company going to be in 3 years from now and 2 years from now? If you're not working on those problems, you won't ever get there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I see a lot of those people that kind of get stuck at like the low 7 figures, and they never really figure out how to get other people to do some of this stuff. I think they kind of like, at first they start off knowing nothing about, Amazon ads, ranking, all that kind of stuff. They learn that stuff, and then they never want to let it go. It's just kind of like, I'm kind of comfortable here, but then you don't want to get like the next step, which is like uncomfortable letting that stuff go and letting other people manage all that. So that's cool.
Yes.
All right. So, you got
follow up. So I want to answer in the second part now that you're saying that.
Yeah.
Another aspect to the big difference between, let's say you're selling 800,000, 1 million, 2 million, and you're going to go to the next level. Too many people, when they get to, let's say, $1 million a year, they see it as their retirement fund, right? Like, hey, I've made it. I'm good now. Like, I don't have to work anymore, and then they now live off of all the profits from the company. Mm-hmm. We actually, I didn't quit my day job and my income until 2 years into the company being profitable.
Yeah.
Why? Because the money needs to go back in. You need to reinvest. Like a kind of not smart thing to do is, hey, you made your first $1 million on Amazon. Take your $200,000 profit and go buy a real estate building.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that real estate building did not get you to $1 million in sales. Mm-hmm. So why don't you take that and repeat the action that got you to that $1 million? Because now you'll get to the $2 million mark if you do the same exact thing. Now you have money, you have expertise. You're in a much better scenario than when you started. So why would you go and get distracted by real estate or crypto or do whatever when all you got to do is rinse and repeat? You got one successful product, well, get the second one. You have 10 times the amount of money. So people also that get stuck on that level don't understand that the number one investment they can do is back into the thing that got them the money in the first place. So
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Cool. So then you mentioned Samurai Seller, and so we wanted Aaron to throw in a bonus, and he's agreed to do it. And so we haven't decided when we're going to take these away, but basically they're just for people that attend SellerCon live and in person. You can basically get it either you show up, pick up your badge, or you book the hotel using the hotel booking link, so we know you're kind of coming, so you can get it sooner. But Aaron, if you don't mind, just kind of explain what it is that you're throwing in there.
yeah, so we've been this is massive. Why Samurai Seller is in a situation right now where it can manage your bids and it can manage your ad campaign using, no joke, knowledge that we've had through again over $100 million in sales, years of programming knowledge, years of investment in this, and we have our tool that will manage your bids unlike anything else. Like if you've ever used Samurai Seller before, this is not that. Before you would have to like click and do suggestions. This is fully like the computer understands how to get you more profit and how to get you more sales, and it's going to turn that on. And that is actually a massive program that is it's out right now in beta. Okay, but we're going to get access to. We're opening the beta to the guys from ASM. Well, it's not beta. Let's say that it's going to be a month and a half from now, right? So it'll be ready like for people to sign up, and anybody trying this new automation is going to get 2 months absolutely for free of the highest plan we have, which again starts at $500 a month. So This is $1,000 gift to anybody that is coming and in person going to get into this, and will have a premium support from us. Okay, $1,000 value bonus. It should be massive for anybody who takes advantage of it. And again, we've never done this before. It's there you go.
Yeah, appreciate that, Aaron. That's awesome. So last kind of thing here before we wrap up is, we're here 2023. We just got through a few years of, pandemic, lockdowns. People have been socially isolated. They're kind of dusting off the cobwebs of actually interacting with humans face to face again. Big thing that we're kind of seeing is I feel like it's just kind of like, I think people have gotten like very comfortable. It's like, you can watch unlimited YouTube videos, you can watch Facebook videos, you can buy courses, all that kind of stuff. I mean, for you, like, what do you think is the reason people should go to events at all? I mean, I think you've probably been to some of our events. And so whether it's ours or like anybody's, it's like, what do you think is like the big difference between just watching more videos on the computer?
The big difference is when you're by yourself, you kind of stay alone. How are you going to build a team if you can't even talk to somebody that you don't need to hire? Like first of all, you need to, going out and meeting people, but you're getting tips. Like I've always done well talking to people who sell way more than me. Okay. When I got started on Amazon and I was selling whatever, 100 grand a month. Okay. You talk to somebody that's doing 600 grand a month. You're like, what the hell are you doing? Right. And in 5 minutes, you could learn something that will literally double your business. Okay. In 5 minutes. On YouTube, unfortunately, a lot of the YouTube guys for Amazon or for e-commerce, they're really good at YouTube. They may not be really good at Amazon. Okay. I don't know any 9-figure sellers, slinging courses online. Okay. I might do that someday. I have no idea. But currently, the guys that you're going to learn from on YouTube, they're good YouTubers.
Yeah.
When you go to events, you're going to meet people like myself who are selling maybe 5 times, 10 times as much as you. And those 5 minutes, ask them whatever problem you're having. Ask them, look, what's the key point? And you get that. And you're getting unfiltered. It's not on a stage. It's not on a YouTube. They don't have to be extra entertaining and give you false information that's controversial to get more clicks or more views. They're going to give it to you straight. And you get contacts from people who might be just above you or around your level, and you guys can have calls weekly. You guys call up a friend. Hey, I just had this issue with Amazon. Hey, I have this new product. What should I do? Getting those contacts is absolutely has zero replacement. There is nothing you'll find on YouTube. Doesn't matter who you're listening to. Jeff Bezos himself, you will not get the right tips on YouTube or online. Must be from meeting people and asking them.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Cool. So that's really it. That's all I want to cover. Excited to see you at SellerCon. I appreciate you coming to speak. Appreciate you doing this video. I know you're a busy guy, so thank you. All right, so hopefully you were blown away by what Aaron had to share. If you want to join me, join Aaron, and join other e-commerce experts, plus thousands of people that are there to learn and build their own businesses and scale from wherever they're at now, join us at SellerCon. Click the link above or below this video, or just go to SellerCon.com. Grab your ticket before these bonuses are gone and before the prices go up. Can't wait to see you at SellerCon.